Welcome to Geek versus Geek, where two nerds duke it out. It's like a roller derby match to the death, only there's no rink or skates or girls or... No, it's nothing like roller derby. We're here in the beautiful state-of-the-art eHow Tech Center, aka Dave's basement. Let's meet our contenders. Dave Johnson is editorial director of eHow Tech and the author of 3 dozen books. Rick Broida writes for PC World, Wired, and CNET, and is the author of the new book, The Cheapskate Rules. Together, these guys are eHow Tech's Geek versus Geek. Let's do this. It's time for our segment, Worth It? And today we're talking about Bluetooth locator gadgets, which are little doodads that you can stick on your valuables and find them with your phone. Are any of these things worth it? Rick, what do you think?
In concept, definitely. It's kind of a neat product category. The one I'm holding right here is called the Stick and Find, which made a big splash at last year's CES. It can adhere to the back of like your key fob or your cat or anything else that routinely goes missing, and then you use an app on your smartphone to track its location. In practice, not so great.
It's interesting. You mentioned sticking this on your keys, on your cat, obviously. You could also put it on the remote control for your TV. And nothing else. As a class of products, I think that they are still a little immature. They're still evolving. Like, the accuracy isn't great. So I'll be looking at it on the phone, and it'll jump all over the place, which means that it's quantum tunneling around my house, or it's just not that accurate, one or the other.
The pricing is also a little steep at the moment. For these in particular, it's $50 for 2 of them. If it was maybe $10, something like that, and it worked more reliably, then I think we've got something.
So maybe only worth it if you are a chronic loser of your keys or something like that.
Or a chronic loser.
Oh, ouch. Kapow!
See, I got in there faster.
Zinger! Ding, ding, ding! It's time for the main event, the main fight. It's a battleground of ideas. Kind of like if a bullfighter was fighting a bull, but they couldn't decide who would wear which costume, so that's... Today we are talking about CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, which is starting next week. But does anyone really care anymore? Is innovation actually happening at this show anymore? Rick, what do you think?
I think innovation is definitely still alive and well at CES. You could definitely make the argument that we're not seeing any huge, life-changing technologies or products coming out at the show, but I do think that it's kind of like the launching point for what's going to be big that year. And I'll be very interested to see what the show has in store for us this year.
There's nothing genuinely new or interesting or innovative anymore. It's always just one louder, one bigger, one brighter. It's filled with new cell phones. Not like dramatically new things phones can do, just phones that are a little bigger or have curved screens.
No, I think
Where's the innovation?
I think if you think back to last year's show, we saw a lot of very interesting and unique new products. Like, for example, the touchscreen that was just existed in air, like Minority Report. It was like a prototype. It was just like a proof of concept. And that's what CES is for. It's to show off technologies that may come to us in the future. And, like, let us have our Geek Boy fantasies here.
That's
Come
not
on,
what
this is
CES
cool
is.
stuff.
CES is about showing off products that you can later buy. On the TV front, the TVs are just more resolution. Last year, they showed off a TV that was 150 feet long. You know, is that innovative? No, it's not. It's just bigger than the one they showed at the CES the year previous.
And yet, it is the next evolution of the TV. It is innovative and unique.
No, it's not innovative. That I think you don't know what the word innovative means. Innovative would mean a time machine or an immortality machine. None of these things are at CES because those things would be innovation. And we don't get that at CES.
I think I went to a different show than you went to last year. And I cannot wait to go to this year's show. And I cannot wait for February when you talk about all the cool things you saw at CES.
I think that I'm ready to make a verdict. Ding, 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 ding. I'm going with Dave. Dave. Because if you're gonna pay the money and the expense and get yourself to this big convention, you want it to be mind-blowing. And it doesn't sound like CES is like really churning out like super cutting-edge, mind-blowing stuff. So I'm going with Dave. He wins nothing but bragging rights. That's how we do it here.
In your face.
Hey, remember when we collected CDs and cassette tapes? And we used to play that game, if you could just take one CD with you on a desert island, what would it be? Well, that is the concept behind Desert Island Tech, where Rick and Dave tell us if they could only pick one essential gadget, what would it be? Rick.
So my Desert Island Tech item for this month is the Neat Connect scanner, which is a new scanner from the people who make the Neat receipts. The Neat Connect is a similar product except that it scans directly to the cloud. So you feed in your documents and all this stuff just goes zipping on through and then it gets stored up in the cloud. doesn't have to be connected to your computer, but the scanner itself is $500, and then you have to subscribe to the Neat Cloud service for something like $6 and $20 a month, depending on if you're a consumer or business, for life, basically, because without the service, the scanner is of no use. But other than that, I love this product.
Dave, your turn.
I am going to be using the Netatmo Urban Weather Station. And this is a really cool little product. It costs $179, and it comes with 2 of these cylinders. This one goes outside the hut, and the other one goes inside the hut by the radio that you salvaged from the boat. Once you get it all set up, it uses your Wi-Fi in your hut to send data to your phone, your tablet, whatever device you have. It tells you the temperature inside and outside, plus all kinds of weather forecast information. It even has a CO monitor. So when I wake up in the morning and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to, go for a run around the island, at a glance, I can see what the temperature is right there.
How is this better than the weather app I can get for free on a phone that I can buy for less than $179?
The app that you're using is going to give you the temperature in your general area, somewhere on the island. Whereas this is telling me the exact temperature right outside my hut.
Which is important, because that's where you're going to be spending most of your day, is right outside your hut.
So if you need to know exactly the temperature, like steps away from you, don't open the door, buy this thing. What do you guys think of the show? We want to hear from you, so let us know on Facebook, Twitter, or email, and we will see you next time on Geek vs. Geek.